Hi everyone, I'm here today to talk to you about a watch that to me holds a very special significance. To me, or rather to us, because in fact, ever since the Watch Observer was created in 2010, ever since its inception, Thomas and I, the brothers and founders of the site, are now offering you our very first limited edition watch. Produced in partnership with Praesidus, the brand specializing in military watches, we worked in close collaboration with the historian specializing in World War II, Grégory Pons, the A-11. Type 44 that we designed together pays tribute to the 533rd Bombardment Squadron of the US Air Force, while also celebrating the values that Thomas and I hold dear: simplicity, elegance, functionality, and accessibility. And produced in a limited series of 250 pieces, this A-11 Type 44, sold for €695, including shipping, is available for pre-order starting today and will be delivered to you before December 20th, so you'll have a beautiful watch to place under the Christmas tree. Those of you who are in a hurry can pre-order it right now by clicking the link below this video. For everyone else, here is, in a few words, the story of this affordable high-end military watch. As is often the case in life in general, and in watchmaking in particular, this watch was born from the meeting of several individuals. On one side, Rémi Chabra, CEO of the Montrichard Group, owner, of course, of Praesidus, but also, among others, of Nevada Grenchen and his son Oscar, head of the brand, notably Praesidus. And on the other side, Grégory Pons, a historian specializing in military aviation and particularly the US Air Force, with Grégory being the author of several books on the subject. And in the middle, Thomas and myself, brothers and partners, founders of the website The Watch Observer, who are behind the creation of this watch. This A-11 Type 44 is directly inspired, first and foremost because it's the foundation, by a set of specifications issued by the US Army during World War II under the reference FSSC 88 W800. In fact, this set of specifications listed the main technical characteristics of a timepiece intended, among others, to equip US Air Force aviators. Several American brands would go on to manufacture this watch, which was notably worn during the Normandy landings in June 1944. To develop this new watch, we chose to base it on an existing model from the Praesidus catalogue, specifically the A-11 developed by the brand for Tom Rice in 2019, a model to which we decided to make a few modifications. First of all, we opted for universal measurements with a diameter of 38 millimeters. So why is that? Well, above all, forgive us, but it's a matter of taste, because Thomas and I like watches with a strong personality, but that still managed to remain elegant, wearable, and relatively discreet. Next, this choice of a 38 millimeter diameter seems to us to be suitable for a wide range of wrists, including women's. So rest assured, the 11 Type 44 that we're offering you does not look small on the wrist. Its presence is due in particular to a wide dial opening, which is elegantly framed by a fluted bezel. Its fully polished case evokes the chrome watches of that era and features a simple, functional design. It is notably water-resistant to 100 meters, a very practical feature for everyday life that allows you to swim with it. Additionally, it is equipped with an oversized winding crown, which makes the daily winding of this hand-wound mechanical watch easier. The model, staying on the functional side, offers excellent legibility, which brings me to the dial. Most historical A-11 models, or at least in most cases, feature leaf-shaped hands. For this A-11 Type 44, which we co-designed, we chose sword-shaped hands. They are rhodium-plated and polished to match the case. These sword-shaped hands give the model more character, especially thanks to their angular design. Their length has also been carefully calculated so that the tip of each hand points directly to the indication to be read. We also chose to give the minute hand and the central seconds hand a curved tip, which adds a touch of classic elegance to the model. The curvature of these hands also allows them to follow the contour of the plexiglass that covers the dial. Finally, we chose to enhance the model's vintage aesthetic by using old radium-type superluminova, tinted in a beige-orange hue, which you will find on the minute track. The hour markers, the hands, and on the marking located beneath the hand shaft. This particular and minimalist marking, by the way, uses a stencil-style font reminiscent of the one used on US military equipment. In fact, on this dial, we allowed ourselves just one small extravagance, and I say small extravagance in quotation marks, of course, since the dial is slightly domed at the edges and its surface is embossed. It's a detail that I hope will delight enthusiasts. In short, in other words, we're offering you a dial that goes back to the roots of what pilot watches used to be, namely a tool designed for immediate, instinctive readability thanks to a minimalist aesthetic. Its slight curvature, its embossing, combined with the presence of a domed plexiglass crystal, add a touch of elegance to this A-11 Type 44, which gives it true versatility and allows you to wear it in any situation without looking like you've just come back from the battlefield. Turn over this understated case and you'll discover on the back a steel caseback adorned with the patch of the 533rd Bomb Squadron of the US Air Force. In this year, marking the 80th anniversary of the end of the Second World War, we have indeed chosen, together with historian Grégory Pons, to pay tribute to the heroism of this elite unit. At the time, as a member of the 8th Air Force, it actively took part in two decisive events of this war. First of all, the Big Week, which were these massive attacks on the Third Reich's aviation industry that took place at the end of February 1944. And the second major event is, of course, the Normandy landings, to which this 533rd Squadron gave massive support, notably by bombing nearby bridges and airfields. Finely crafted with alternating polished mirror surfaces and sandblasted sections, the patch of this unit depicts a skull wearing a Centurion's helmet with a bomb in the background. You will also find various markings, including the individual number of your model out of the 250 units that will be produced. The whole is completed by an inscription indicating that this timepiece was assembled in the USA, where the Praesidus workshops are located, and that it houses a Swiss-made movement. Also used by Nevada Grenchen to power some of its models, this is the Landron 21 caliber, a Swiss mechanical hand wound movement. We chose it for two main reasons. The first reason is that its features make it, above all, a movement whose technical specifications are very close to those required by the specifications I mentioned earlier. In particular, this Landron 21 is equipped with 17 joules, a hacking seconds function, and a 36-hour power reserve. The choice of this Landron 21 also allows, and this is an important point for us, and I hope it is for you as well, it allows us to keep the final price of this watch below the €700 mark, while still ensuring reliable and accurate service. Now, to finish, let's move on to the strap, since this A-11 Type 44 comes with two very nice straps. The first of the two is a Bonclip type bracelet made of steel. Born between the late 1920s and the early 1930s, this bracelet was notably adopted by Royal Air Force pilots and even by Rolex at a time when the Oyster bracelet had not yet made its appearance. So, for a simple reason, it's because this is a durable bracelet that can be adjusted with remarkable ease and can be worn directly on the skin, or, for a pilot's watch, obviously over the sleeves of a flight jacket. Added to this in 2025, there's also an aesthetic dimension, since it has a vintage look and a charm borrowed from the past that we really appreciate. The bracelet is equipped with an ingenious clasp that allows you to adjust it yourself without any tools and in just a few seconds by about 0.5 millimeters to provide flawless wearing comfort in any situation. It can therefore fit a very wide range of wrists, as I mentioned at the beginning, including women's wrists, with one condition. However, your wrist must have a circumference of at least 15 centimeters. Finally, we chose to equip it with quick-release spring bars so you can easily remove it without any tools and replace it with the additional strap that comes with the watch, or with any other strap from your collection, since the lug width is a classic 20 millimeters. So, while the first strap enhances the model's elegance and versatility, the additional strap undeniably recalls its military origins. Indeed, it is a khaki canvas strap directly inspired by those used on watches during the Second World War. Beyond the material and color, It faithfully reproduces the look and design of those straps with peripheral top stitching, inner edges of the eyelets sewn to prevent fraying, a rectangular pin buckle and a pointed tip on the long end. We have fitted it with quick release spring bars. So, as I also mentioned in the introduction, the 250 pieces of this limited edition are now available for pre-order starting today on our online shop. The link is in the description below. Delivery is scheduled before December 20th, 2025, and the price is set at €695, including tax, with shipping included within mainland France. And on the website of our partner Praesidus, the link is also in the description below, at a price of $675 before tax. Since the watch is exclusively sold online, we've arranged for you to have the opportunity to try it on, see it, and wear it on your wrist for those who are in Paris or passing through the capital. It is indeed available at our partner XP Joaillier, 9 Rue du Marché Saint-Honoré in the 1st arrondissement in Paris. Opening from Tuesday to Friday, 10:30 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. and Saturday from 10:30 a.m. to 6 o'clock p.m. And you can even, and we hope you will, meet Thomas and me, since we will be there on September 30th and October 4th to answer your questions and introduce you to our little gem. I hope you will like this model as much as Thomas and I do, and as much as those who partnered with us, Praesidus and Grégory Pons, for this design. We put our whole heart into it, and the values that seemed important to us. That's it. Thank you for your attention. I hope to see you soon. Please feel free to comment, to ask your questions. We will be happy to answer you. Thank you. See you soon.